What is going on, guys? We are now back for Pokemon Silver Nuzlocke Challenge. Mitchell is your host once again. What did we do at the end of the last episode? Well, we kind of wasted your time and mine by going to the Whirl Islands prematurely. We did not need to do such a thing because I double-checked my rules and there's nothing against using a Master Ball. I am eligible to use the Master Ball against Lugia, provided I reach Lugia first before running into another Pokemon. So that being said, that also means that we are going to basically not go against Lugia right now. We have to defeat the gym leader Claire on our own. This is both a boon and a curse because potentially now I could get very lucky and catch Lugia in one of my Great Balls or whatever, and not lose a single Pokemon, and then have Lugia to battle Claire, which, I mean, let's be honest now, if Lugia was against Claire, I'd probably win very easily. But the flip side of that is that I could potentially not. I would lose a lot of Pokemon just trying to get Lugia, no more than I would lose against Claire herself. So, this being the case, I opted to the fact that I would still get Lugia for the Elite Four and everything after the 8th gym battle, because I will obtain the Master Ball at that point by going forward and moving to Claire. And of course we do no longer have a flyer, so I have to take the long way. And we run into a Pokemon, and it's a Goldeen, level 21 female. And Whitney's just going to use her old-fashioned stomp attack. It's been pretty useful thus far, and it continues to prove so by always one-shotting things, or two-shotting. So once we get over to Mahogany Town, we will have to go through the Icefall Caves again, or Ice Cavern, whatever it's called. I'm not sure anymore what that's called. There's so many in these video games, you know. There's the Ice Cavern in Zelda, there's Icefall Caves in, well, maybe this game, I don't know. There's a lot of ice caverns and caves in video games, so now we've made it to the other side. We will just continue our way to Mahogany Town and then move on from there. And here we go, just right on through. No dude trying to sell us super Slowpoke Tail Rare Candy Bar bullshits. And we're almost there, and here we go. So now we are back to the Icefall Caves now. What are they really called? Ice Path. The Ice Path, not Icefall. So hopefully the rocks stayed, because if they didn't, this will take longer than I intended it to. Because now we do have to go back and battle Claire. And hopefully we do well, because then I'll be questioning, well, should I not have, you know, regardless of the outcome, I will be questioning whether I should have, in the last episode, gone for Lugia or not. Regardless of the outcome, if I did really well, then it's kind of like a, you know, well, maybe I could have risked it then, you know. If I do really poorly, then I should have, once again, really risked it, because obviously if I do really poorly, it's because I did not have Lugia. And, you know, like, Lugia would have been such a boon at that point. So, if I do poorly, it's because I didn't, you know, have enough balls to go get Lugia without a Master Ball. Any other way, it just, you know, I think I've rambled enough about it. I'm pretty sure you guys understand where I'm coming from with this. It's just one of those things where you don't really know what's going to happen before it does, you know. And here we go. Well, we're about halfway through, so we're doing alright. We're just running into a few Pokemon here. The pink Jinx, after Black Jinx was kind of excommunicated from the Pokemon franchise. The purplish pink skin Jinx. So here's our ladder, we go down it. And by the looks of it, all the strength stones are gone, so we're pretty much set here then. And I kind of forget how I did this before. Oh, there we go. So now we will get through here pretty quickly. The video hasn't taken that long. And we will go battle Claire, because we don't really... Unfortunately, there are quite a few trainers from what I remember. And as my only real defense against them is Gyarados. Unfortunately, Gyarados' special attack is basically toilet trash. And because of that, Icy Wind and Twister and all that fun jazz won't really cut it. And it's kind of unfortunate because if I had someone with a high special attack, this would be a breeze. For Icy Wind, Dragon, blah 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 types. Okay, I don't know why I tried that. And the wild Pokemon count isn't too bad in here. It's a little annoying that we can't use our flyer, you know, as a result of all this. But that was my own fuck up because I let Rock die in Goldenrod Radio Tower. For those of you who don't know that Rock died, spoiler alert, he did die. Very unfortunate, but what am I gonna do? It was my own screw up, and I own that. So. And now we officially got out of the ice path. And now we will heal up the Pokemon, and there's no real reason to wait. I mean, I could train a little bit, but I didn't want to make this a grind episode. I figure that we do have the power to defeat Claire at this point. There shouldn't be any real surprises, as far as I know. I mean, you know, from what I remember, Claire has a Kingdra, and that's a little dangerous. I mean, obviously, but I don't think they're very high level. I think they're in their high 30s. And yeah, I mean, I think she's got a couple of Dragonairs. I'm not 100% on all this, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we still do stand quite a chance. And yeah, so let's just go for it, because anybody we lose, as long as we win in the end, we will make up with Lugia. So here we go, gym battle. So we will start with Whitney here. There's a trainer right there. I don't think we can avoid, so we'll just go right up. Your first battle against dragons, I'll show you how tough they are. Dragon trainers are very dangerous, so this should be, and of course they're cool trainers, because cool trainers and ace trainers have usually stronger Pokemon. We are faster than a Dratini, so no big deal. The Stomp nearly kills the Dratini. Of course we get Thunder Wave though, and that's going to be annoying because now we're going to take an even 40 damage. Of course we do. Of course it's got Dragon Rage. But we do get the Stomp off, so there goes the Dratini. But if we did not have that Paralyze, so not the best start. Not the best start. we're going to be taking Dragon Rages this whole time, and that's a serious problem because a couple of 40s here and there is really gonna hurt. So we're gonna go for another one because we're gonna have to switch. I know it, but you know, I know it's gonna be an even 40. We did get the stomp off, but without if we didn't have that paralyze, ugh. So I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna go into our buddy Gibbs here. Who's gonna take a Dragon Rage to the face, very unfortunately, but I knew that was coming. I should outspeed this thing with a body slam, and I do. So there goes the Dratini. Now there is one more Dratini to deal with though. And unfortunately I might be faster than it, but I guarantee this body slam will not take out a level 34 Dratini in one hit. And he's going to go for the Thunder Wave. He does get the Thunder Wave. And now my only hope is that after this Dragon Rage that I am not fully paralyzed. So if I am, that means I have to switch again. This is going to be a healing, crazy healing battle. Oh, that sucks. And really, training up a few levels would not have prevented any of this. It might have made me be able to one-shot the Dratinis, which could have helped me in the long run, but yeah, it is what it is. So we do have a couple of paralyzed heals. We're gonna have to use them, there's no choice here. And I do have a few potions here. Nothing crazy, but enough. I'm gonna use my super potion on Gibbs here. And honestly, I'm going to take a bit of a risk here. I'm going to heal up 10 HP with Whitney, and then I'm going to hope for a milk drink situation here. That's what I'm going for. And I totally forget this puzzle, so. I go through rigorous training under Claire. I can't afford to lose. No, neither can I, really, because if I lose, it's game over. Alright, one Pokemon, and it is a Seadra. Level 37. I don't know if I'll outspeed that. I gotta go for it. I gotta try. And I get the milk drink, so we're okay. I mean, it was a quick, just fast decision. But now that we got the milk drink, we should be okay. Water gun won't do very much. I can get myself back to full health without wasting a potion. Yeah, we're just gonna go for milk drink again. Just keep sucking up all that milk. Goes for the Leer. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna go for the Stomp now that I'm at nearly full health. The Stomp doesn't do too much. The smoke screen is going to suck because now my accuracy is gone. I'm gonna go for another Stomp. I do hit the Stomp though. I'm hoping for a flinch here. No, it's a water gun, but that won't do too much because the Leer won't really affect that. And then we go for another Stomp, which is enough to get rid of the Seadra. So we did okay with the milk drink combination there. So now we'll continue on. I gotta make sure these trainers are out of the way because if they're not, then it could cause disaster for me later. Where my team is still strong right now, I've got to make sure to get rid of these trainers rather than be caught unawares. So we've got a Horsey to deal with. We've already taken out a Seadra. This will be no problem. I'm going to go for a Stomp. I'm hoping actually this will not kill the Horsey. I'm hoping. And it doesn't. Because that means, yeah, went for the Leer. No big deal because now I'm going to go for a milk drink, get all my health back, and then go for a Stomp. This thing is just going to water gun, not a huge deal, should do even less. Yeah, it goes for a water gun as predicted, probably only do about 18 damage, not even that. And now I can go for a Stomp and take it out. So now I have more health than when I started. So that's the main thing there. And I also go to level 37, so I get a little bit of health. and goes for the Seadra, but now that I'm at full, I'm not worried. I'm just going to start stomping. Come on, this time I should get a flinch. No. Water gun again. I'm going to go for another stomp and then a milk drink because I just want to make this thing sweat. He flinched. I'm going to go for the milk drink here. I could have taken him out, I know that, but I really want to get all that health back. And the water gun will not bring me down below 100. Unless it's a critical hit, in which case I'm just going to go for another milk drink anyways, so, I mean, he's not going to get another water gun critical hit. Because that was bullshit. That was total hacks bullshit. Smokescreen missed, so now I'm at full health, and I get to go for the stomp and kill off the Seadra. So now Whitney is back at full health, and we're not looking too bad here. And the cool trainer Cody was defeated. Now I've got to use strength. Now the boulder fell through. I need to get it at the other boulder as well, from what I remember. No, can't use that one. I'd like to avoid fighting that dude at all costs. I guess I have to use this boulder. If I don't have to fight a trainer, I really don't want to. Now I fought the other trainer because I wanted my health back, and now that I've gotten that, I want to try to avoid any trainer that's not the gym leader. Boulder fell through. All good. Now let's try to get this one up there somehow. If I strength here, now we got the boulder to fall through. I have no idea what I even did. Okay. Oh, there is one more trainer. So we did dodge one trainer in this gym, and I'm not feeling bad about that because the experience gained from that might not be worth it in the end when I have to fight Claire and her Dragonairs and her Kingdra. So now we're against a level 34 Dratini once again. Once again we're up against a Dratini. The difference is that this time we are one level higher. And we might have a shot at... No, we don't. He does go for the Thunder Wave right away. Why wouldn't he? So now we go for the Stomp. It's just going to be a repeat of what happened last time. Very unfortunate because it's going to be 40-40 constant. And he's got one more, and this time it's a Dragonair. Goes for the Dragon Rage. And we take the 40. We do get the Stomp, and it does just about half. We can take one more Dragon Rage, and I'm not worried about anything stronger than that, so we will take the Dragon Rage. Of course, we do get fully paralyzed. Very unfortunate, but it happens. This is kind of where I'm going to, I'm going to have to go into Gibbs here and hope for a few miracle hits here. This is going to go for the Dragon Rage. And actually, that was a dumb idea because there's no way I can kill this thing, and it did below 40, so all he did was get off a free Dragon Rage. I'm going to have to go into Ryujin and go for the Icy Wind. And that really sucks, but the Icy Wind should be enough. Better than the Twister anyways. And it's super effective, and it does kill him off. I don't know if Strength is stronger than my Icy Wind with super effective. I don't know. I just have to hope on the super effectiveness. So now we can battle Claire, but we are a little decimated here. And we don't really have much of a choice, so I've got to heal up some things. I've definitely got to heal up Whitney here. I have a couple of max potions. I'm going to use my hyper potion on Whitney. And I don't really want to do this, but I think I want a milk drink to Ryujin. Just to give that little extra amount of power, because now we're going to be up against this titan of dragon training, and I'm really nervous here, guys. I think this could potentially be the end for us. It's nerve-wracking as hell, it really is, because I know she's got at least 2 Dragonairs and a Kingdra. And I'm really worried about using Gyarados because Dragonairs usually come with Thunderbolt and the like. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Another interruption as always. Last time we got too lucky. We got too lucky with a non-interruption video. But it all works out. I'm not really sure what I want to do here. I'm thinking I really want to save Ryujin for last in the last bit attempt. And I definitely, I don't really have a choice. I really need to use up my max potion here. One of them on Gibbs, just to make sure that, because a lot of them will be water type moves, I can't risk, you know. It sucks having to use these things because they're all I have against the Elite Four, but you gotta go for it. So here we go. I'm Claire, I'm the world's best Dragon Master. I can hold my own even against the Pokemon League's Elite Four. Still want to take me on? Fine, let's do it. As a trainer, I will use my full power against any opponent. So here's the 8th gym leader, Claire, and I don't really have much of a strategy against her. And she's got 4 Pokemon. By the looks of this, I would say 3 Dragonairs then. So I'm going to try going for the Stomp right off the bat, hoping for flinches. Let's hope for flinches here. And of course that Thunder Wave connects right off the bat, so we are basically screwed. And we take a Surf to the face, which is going to do a decent amount. And another Surf, because we were fully paralyzed the first time. Fully paralyzed the second time. Ah, this is not a good start. This is a horrible ass start. Fully paralyzed twice in a row. We get another Stomp off, but it's not going to matter. Because it's using Surf, I'm going to try going into Gibbs, because it won't take very much damage from it. I'm hoping not anyways. And a Body Slam will take out this Dragonair, no problem. Yeah, it doesn't do much of anything. And now I can go for Body Slam. Now I know one of these things gotta have Thunderbolt, so I'm assuming this one is the one with Thunderbolt. I'm gonna take a chance here. I'm gonna switch into our electric type Grace and hope that she's going for a Thunderbolt. Goes for a Thunder Wave and it doesn't affect me. However, my Thunder Wave totally will. So now I got a Thunder Wave off on this thing. This thing goes for a Thunder Wave. I'm not worried about it because we're both para-haxed. Now I'm going to try for a Thunder Punch, see what that does. Not too much. I'm going to try for an Iron Tail. Of course I miss. Goes for a Slam. Does a decent amount. I'm hoping that Iron Tail connects here and does a decent amount. Quite a bit more actually, so it's worth the damn. Gets another Slam off. So See, this is definitely the Thunderbolt variation because he's only going for Slam and Thunder Wave. So that means that it's definitely, that was the Thunderbolt variation right there. So now what's coming in next is the other Dragonair. Not a big deal. I'm going to paralyze this thing too. We take a Slam. It's not a big deal. The Thunder Wave is going to connect. Then I'm going to try for a Iron Tail again. I get fully paralyzed. The Slam misses though. My Iron Tail hits. And I do a decent amount while the Slam keeps missing. And now I get a second Iron Tail in a row. So only one more. One more is needed to take this thing out. The defense fell too. Not that that'll matter in the end. The Slam kind of scares me because one more Slam will take me out. I think if I go for the Thunder Punch though, I should be okay because I'll hit it and it should be enough. And it is enough to take this thing out. Okay. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. The problem lies right here, right now, because this Kingdra would be neutral damage. It would be neutral damage to my Thunder Punch, but I don't have the... If this thing goes for a Hyper Beam, I'm totally screwed. So here's where I hope it goes for a Water-type move. Let's hope it goes for a Water-type move. If it goes for a Hydro Pump or Surf or something, goes for a Hyper Beam. Survive, survive, survive. Survived. So now I get a couple of turns here. I'm going to try for a Body Slam to get the Paralyze. I didn't get the Paralyze. So now this thing's probably going to go for Hyper Beam again. I got no choice. I got to sack this thing off. Very unfortunate. I should have maybe tried the Hypnosis, but with the 30 accuracy, I knew it wasn't going to be a good idea. So let's go into Ryujin here, because one move that will work is, of course, Twister. The Dragon-type move, which should do better than Icy Wind because he's also Dragon Water-type. That Twister did absolutely nothing, but he did flinch. Let's try for a Strength, see if that does any better. With an actual attack stat. One more is all I need. This thing's gonna go for Hyper Beam. I will survive this Hyper Beam. I know there's no way this thing kills me with a Hyper Beam. Even with a critical hit, I do not care. I'm gonna use the Strength. The Strength is gonna take out that Kingdra. I was really worried there because that thing got a critical hit on my Gyarados. Got a critical hit. It does not matter though because Ryujin took him down. And now Grace grew to level 38, and we defeated the Dragon Tamer, Claire. I lost? I don't believe it. There must be some mistake. I won't admit this. I may have lost, but you're still not ready for the Pokemon League. I know, you should take the Dragon User Challenge. Behind this gym is a place called Dragon's Den. Go and bring me the Dragon Fang from deep inside the den. That is the test to be accepted as a true Dragon user. If you can do that, I will accept you as a worthy trainer. Till then, I won't give you a badge. You know, there's Pokemon League rules about this shit, and she's totally full of crap. Because there's no way she can dictate, once I defeat her in combat, in a gym challenge, she can't tell me that I don't deserve a gym badge. It's not up to her. So that's total bullshit. But we did defeat Claire. We defeated Claire. We lost Gibbs. It sucks. It sucks because I was hoping for a Politoed. And now we are going to have to, let's see, deposit. Yeah, we're in the right box. So we are going to have to get rid of Gibbs. Unfortunately. But we still have Whitney, we still have Gyarados, we still have Ampharos, and we have Golbat, who is yet to be trained. So, you know, we're okay, I suppose. Unfortunately, where the hell do I even get? Let me see here. Pack. I have the good rod. Where do I even get the super rod? Do I even get that before Kento? I don't think I do. I think I'm basically stuck using a good rod. I don't think there is any other now what I didn't do is I didn't catch a Pokemon here in Blackthorn yet. So potentially I can catch a Pokemon right here in this water. Because there is Pokemon in Blackthorn. So I don't know what's actually in this water, but I can catch something here. So that's what we're going to do right now. And of course, I don't think I heal. So this might have been a horrible idea. Okay, now we got a Poliwag. That's kind of funny. Alright, we're really going to have to switch. We're going to go into our buddy Bruce here, who can definitely deal with this thing. We're going to take a water gun to the face. It's not a huge deal. It's not going to do very much. I'm going to go for a bite here. Do a decent amount. We take a double slap. And now I'm going to use a Pokeball on this thing. Because if we catch this Poliwag, potentially we could get another Politoed if we want one. Ah, shit. But also we can teach this thing Whirlpool and Waterfall and not have to subject our poor Gyarados to such things, considering he is not supposed to be an HM whore. There we go. We got ourselves Poliwag. And Poliwag is going to be known as Frog. The tadpole Pokemon, the direction of its belly spiral differs by area. The equator is thought to have an effect on this. So we are going to give a nickname. We are going to call this thing Frog. I don't know why. Frog just popped into my head right away. And that is going to be our Water HM whore. We're going to teach it Surf. Delete an older move. Get rid of Bubble. And Frog learned that. And then Frog is going to learn Whirlpool. But I'm amazed, guys. We actually did defeat our the 8th gym leader. I mean, I'm pretty excited about that. You know, because I really thought that might be the end for us. Just knowing how, you know, I didn't really have any good moves against him. I didn't have a strategy against, I should say, her, Claire. But we made it through. It was a little intense, but not too bad. We did pretty well. So right now we are going to, the hiker. Good evening, it's me, Perry. Got a minute. How are your Pokemon doing? Onyx, really energetic. Alright, so we caught ourselves our, another member of the team. Not that we will use him for very much. But now here we are. And I'm going to attempt to catch ourselves a Dratini, because that would be really sweet. I will literally, unfortunately, guys, if I catch a Dratini with this good rod, because I seriously believe that this thing can be caught with a good rod. Phone, you get one chance, as Gym Leader Geo would say on YouTube. This stupid phone keeps going off for no damn good reason. But yeah, I mean, I got a real feeling about this. If I catch a Dratini, I will use him religiously. So here we go. Dragon's Den. We have a chance. It's probably a Magikarp, but if it's not, it's a Magikarp, so we basically have nothing. We get nothing from this thing. And what the hell did I do? I went into this thing without healing again. What am I thinking? I think he's going for Splash. fuck it, I'm gonna kill this damn thing. I went in here still without healing. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. I'm gonna run down there quickly and heal before we... But yeah, so we aren't eligible to catch anything in the Dragon's Den. Very unfortunate. I was hoping... I knew I wouldn't run into anything crazy like a Dragonair or something. But I was hoping to get a Dratini, because even if I got a level 10 Dratini, I would spend the next 2 videos training that thing up to level 40, being a badass Dragonair. Because a Dragonite would completely decimate all in this Nuzlocke, just like a Lugia will. And if I get through this Dragon's Den and get my 8th gym badge, we are gonna go catch Lugia. There's no ands, if, or buts about that. We will go and get Lugia. And with a Master Ball, there's no way we can't. As long as we, you know, keep the repel up, we will be totally fine. So what are we into here? Okay, we do need to use Whirlpool, so it's a good thing I did catch Frog. And now I run to another Magikarp. We're just gonna run from these things because they give little to no experience. So now we've used Whirlpool, and we run into what? A Magikarp. And now we run away from said Magikarp. And here's the Dragon's Den itself. But of course we're gonna run into Magikarps galore in this damn place. And I got the Dragon Fang. And here comes Claire saying, alright, I recognize your true power, this badge is yours. And we got the Rising badge. Alright, so now we have all 8 gym badges. Leave your Pokemon to use a move for climbing waterfalls. We'll recognize you as a trainer and obey your every command without question. Have this TM. It's Dragon Breath, which is better than Twister, so we're totally going to teach that to Gyarados. So there goes Claire. Now we have to definitely teach Dragon Breath. To our buddy Ryujin here. Get rid of Twister and teach a Dragon Breath. And there we go. Now we don't have an escape rope, so we're basically SOL in that regard. We're gonna have to swim the whole way back, of course. Swimming. I don't really remember what time I started the video. Kind of unfortunate because now I don't know what time frame we're kind of at right now. I could be really early, I could be really late. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to get ourselves back to the Whirl Islands and go from there. Professor Elm's calling me. Hello, Mitch. I have something here for you. Could you swing by my lab? See you later. Yeah, Well, see, this really sucks. It just really sucks. So we're gonna have to go through the whole map with no potential to fly. And that's just garbage. It just sucks. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see, where's the bike? Okay, we totally didn't battle this guy before, I guess. Well, now we are going to. Here's a level 24 Machop up for Whitney. Whitney's gonna stomp this thing to death. We just battled Kingdras and Dragonairs. We're not scared of no measly low-level Machop. Now he's only got 2 Pokemon left, and it's another Machop. Like, you know, higher level, not a big deal, because we know that your last one will either be a higher level one or a Machop. Either way, not scared. And it is a Graveler. Okay, now we are a little scared. I'm gonna go for the rollout because this thing is totally going for self-destruct. Just for magnitude. Did not expect that. Rollout keeps doubling damage though, and I guess that works anyways. I figured to self-destruct, so I wasn't going to waste a stomp, but whatever works for him, I guess. That was a little weird, but sure. So now Mom says, while shopping herself this adorable doll. Yeah, that's great, Mom. And now we run into a Pokemon, and it is a Phanpy again. Unfortunately, these things flee, which is something I had no idea about. So we're just going to stomp it, get rid of it, and move on. So there we go. And this last wild Pokemon will get Whitney to level 38, and it's a Graveler. It's a Graveler, level 23. Let's go for the stomp. See what a stomp actually does to this thing. A couple of stomps, no big deal. Magnitude 8. Okay, that's awful. Doesn't do nothing though. My god. Graveler sucks. Goes for a rock throw. Not gonna do very much. I'm gonna go for another stomp. Should be enough to kill it. And it is, and now we are going to gain ourselves to level 38. Now we are officially level 38, we're looking pretty cool. And we got ourselves another mystery berry. And now we are almost back to New Barktown. And we are officially now back at New Barktown. And thanks to you, my research is going great. Take this as a token of my appreciation. We got the Master Ball. You all know what our next move is. So we all know what my next move is here, everybody. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get ourselves a Lugia. With that Repel in my bag, I should have the first time, I think it's one of the only possible times you will in the Game Boy Color games to get a legendary. And I'm allowing it. I allow it. I already checked all my rules. There's nothing that states you can't. So I'm totally gonna go for it. So we are going to do that right the hell now. We're going to cycle our way all the way there. Unfortunately, because we can't fly there. And there we have a Hoot Hoot. Level 3, not a big deal. We'll just stomp this thing and be on our way. Of course knows what this is, but it's probably useful. It's a berry. Every little bit of health helps. And we're gonna keep running into these things. I'm gonna end the video once I reach probably Goldenrod or something like that, everyone, because or Ekritique in this case, because this will take forever. I'm not gonna make everyone sit through this, and I know we're probably close to, if not over, our time limit already. So I'm just gonna get ourselves up here to where we want to be. And that'll basically do that. And now I have another one. A bitter berry. And we still don't have cut anymore, so have to run through it like this. And now we are almost back in Ekritique City, so that's pretty great because that means we don't have much further to go. And I don't know what we are for time, but I'd really like to finish this video with the catching of our legendary companion. Hopefully, because the repel isn't a guarantee, really. You know, if I mess up in the steps, you know, I don't get a restart just because I messed up in steps. It's game over if I get it wrong. So anyways, though I think we're pretty close to the time. We're probably over the 40-minute mark. So anyways, that's it for now, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. It's always much appreciated. And in the next part, we will be going after Lugia in the Whirl Islands. After that, we will be heading straight to the Pokemon League. And hopefully, and of course with Lugia, we will finally have a flyer again. Because that's the first thing I'm going to teach him. So I hope it all works out, and I hope I get myself a Lugia, and then we can go tackle our way to the east of New Bark Town and see if we can make it to the Pokemon League in one piece. We're getting close. We're getting to the halfway point of these Pokemon Silver Nuzlockes, and even though we've been decimated a few times along the road, we're still going. We're still going at it, and you know. So, anyways, thanks for all the support, and we'll see you next time. Till then, bye. What is going on, guys? We are now back for Pokemon Silver Nuzlocke Challenge. Mitchell here is your host once again. What did we do at the end of the last episode? Well, we defeated Claire, and that's pretty awesome. We did manage to defeat Claire and obtain the Master Ball from Professor Elm. This is our current team right here. We have Whitney, Ryujin, Grace, and Bruce, along with Frog. Now, unfortunately, Bruce and Frog don't really count. Because Bruce has not been trained yet. I'm not sure if I will or will not. That'll be left up once I get to the Elite Four and basically have no options. That's when I'll decide who's going to be, because there's no point in not taking in a full team into the Elite Four. So first, though, we are going to go after what I said I was in the last episode. Now, of course, this is all based on the fact that the reason we didn't do this earlier was because I was unclear about whether we could use the Master Ball or not in a Nuzlocke. And from every rule I'm reading, there is nothing actually against using a Master Ball in a Nuzlocke challenge. So, And there's nothing in my rules, which anybody who's watching should read the description and realize that I follow the main rules of everyone's Nuzlocke, but I impose a lot more restrictions on myself as well, just to make it that little bit edge harder here and there, especially with gym battles and the likes. So, you know, I'm just hoping here that maybe, you know, that this isn't really cheating. This is more of just giving myself the proper edge. You know, I'm exploiting. I'm trying to exploit the rules. I'm trying to, you know, obviously you want the most powerful Pokemon in the Nuzlocke that you can obtain. And usually in most games there's no possible way to get yourself a legendary as the first Pokemon you encounter on a route. It's almost impossible because repels aren't generally found in the game, and it just, you know, it would be almost impossible. In this case, it will work out since I do have one repel. So that's what we're going for right here, and we'll see how that works out. And I believe it's the northeast. I believe it's this one is the one I want. So I'm not 100%, but I think it is. I'm 99% sure that it's the northeast route is the one I need. That will, or the northeast entrance, the top right corner one is the one I want. So basically, here we go. And of course, I totally forgot one thing. Flash. I'm praying I have someone who learns it and it doesn't really take up too bad a move slot. Ah, damn it. There's no way I can do this without Flash, so I do have to give up a move slot with Grace because I really do need Flash. So there goes Tackle, unfortunately for Flash. I can forget it later on, it's not a huge deal. But right away let's use our Repel, and it should be enough. 100 steps. So now we have the Repel on. Nothing should be stronger than Whitney out in front. This should end up being the maximum amount of required steps. I shouldn't have to sacrifice a single misuse here. And I think we made it. There he is. And we did make it. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was not sure. But we did make it, so now here is Lugia. Here is Lugia. Level 40, perfect. And now there is no question. There's no question. I will have obtained a legendary, the mascot legendary, in a Master Ball in a Nuzlocke. And there it is. There's my confirmation right there. Lugia was caught. We did not run into anything else in the Whirl Islands. Lugia is the diving Pokemon. It is said to be the guardian of the seas. It is rumored to have been seen on the night of a storm. Give a nickname to Lugia. Of course, we do need to nickname Lugia, and what better name to give Lugia than Silver? That is our name. Now, I don't believe I have an escape rope, but I honestly don't care. I really don't. I led myself up to this point hoping that this is what was going to happen, but I was never fully sure. Aeroblast, Safeguard, Gust, and Recover. But I can definitely give it a better flying type move right off the bat. Of course, we can teach Fly to Silver. Delete an older move, yes, of course. We will delete Gust for that. And now we've learned Fly. So now the water's coming, you want to surf. Now I don't know if this quickly leads us out or not. I think this is the easy way out. Now our rappel did wear off, so I mean it wasn't necessarily easy. You had to definitely get it absolutely right to make this work. But I did get it all the way right, so, and I found an escape rope right here, so why not use it? What? Well, you're interrupting.
Well, I think I'm downstairs now.
Well, I can't continue until you leave. This is where my computer is.
It's kind of too bad.
LMD. Sorry about the interruption there, guys. I always pick the worst times. We already know this is going to be a common thing, I swear. But anyways, we're moving on now. Used our escape rope to get the hell out of there. And now we can just, what are we going to do here? We are going to use fly. We're going to fly our way to New Bark Town. And now we will... Now, of course, we have not caught anything here yet. Now, I believe... What is on that I believe this is where you get chinchows. Chinchows. Now, that might not be the best for me right now. I'm not 100% sure, like, if that's a good option to go with. But if we got lucky, you know, an electric water type wouldn't be terrible. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. So I'm thinking we go with the good rod and see what we get, see what happens. And I mean, you know, it's better than surfing. Surfing's always tentacles and stuff. And not that Tentacle is a terrible Pokemon exactly, just not really my style. And alright, here we go. We ran to our Pokemon, and it is the New Barktown Pokemon is. And you can actually do that with a tentacle? Seriously? Well, I might as well... how can I do this? How many Pokeballs do I even have? I don't have enough to really waste on this thing. I'm just gonna kill it. There's no real reason to get myself a Tentacruel. And I don't want to waste a bunch of Pokeballs trying to capture one. And here's Anthony the Hiker, asking about basically nothing. But now we can continue on. So that's the main thing. Now we're just gonna run into more tentacles here, of course. I was really hoping to hook something like a lantern. That would have been really cool. Or a Chinchou, or however you're supposed to say their name. I always call them Chinchows. And you know, get that water electric. That would have been kind of cool. Obviously nothing down here other than more Tentacruel. I mean, there was the chance of me running into a Tentacruel while surfing, of course. I should have thought about that, but no big deal. We'll just keep stomping. And there we go. Jeez, what's going on here? We're just gonna keep running into tentacles. We will never, ever get to continue if this is the case. So this time it's a level 16. That doesn't really do much for us. We're just going to do what we always do. And we killed it, and there we go. And here is... Do you know what you just did? You've taken your first step into Kanto. Check your Pokegear map and see. I don't really want to do that. This is a new area, but I'm not sure what you're supposed to be able to find. So I'm just going to, you know, see what happens. I mean, I don't think you can actually pass by here, can you? You can surf, but I don't think it brings you to... well, let's try surfing. I know you have to go through the waterfall cave, but we'll see what happens here. And another tentacle, and I guess this is our Pokemon to run into. Now, I'm not sure really where the line is. I was drawing the line at the, once I hit where Buddy just started talking, that was considered the new route. But at this point it doesn't matter because it was just another tentacle either way, and I didn't attempt anything, so there's no crossing border problems. So now we have another tentacle to fight here. And we're just going to continue with this strategy of course, we're going to keep running into Pokemon. See, I hate this random tentacle crap because it's really slowing down my progress, and I'm all hyped now that we finally got Lugia. You know, I'm stoked to use him, but I want to make sure that everybody else gets their fair share of experience before we hit the Elite Four. And I'm kind of glad we went here because it's our first, I think it's our first rare candy. And we are never going to escape this problem. It's just going to be a constant issue. And here's Whitney again to fight, and you stomp. At this point I feel even stupid talking about it. Like, commentating on all the tentacle battles is kind of boring. But it is what it is. So we're going to take Whitney for a little stroll here and use Stomp. And that'll take out another tentacle that gives us very little experience. Just like all the other ones. You know what, this rare candy might not have been worth all this. This rare candy might not have been worth the onslaught of tentacles we were going to have to face. And now we used Waterfall to get over the Tojo Falls, or whatever they're considered. And here's our first trainer battle on our way to the Elite Four. So we do have all 8 gym badges, and as you can see from the side panel, that we are now that we've defeated all the gym leaders, you know, that will change to the Elite Four pictures soon. Usually I do that once I've hit the Elite Four themselves, once I've reached the Indigo Plateau, rather than right away, because then I don't get to see the nice completed blacked out section there for at least a video or two. So now we have an Ivysaur. I assume the last one's going to be a Venusaur. Stomp made the Ivysaur flinch, so that was an easy kill. I'll go to level 39 from that. And of course it is a Venusaur. So this trainer had Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur. and 2 hits are not going to be enough to take it out. It's got Razor Leaf. Of course, the critical hit ratio on it is exceptionally high, almost never missing with a critical hit. And Stomp was just not enough. Gets off the sleep powder. That's just irritating. So I'm just going to go for the Stomp. Hopefully I wake up. Goes for another Razor Leaf. That does a decent amount of damage. Of course, I'm still asleep. Just going to keep going for the Razor Leaf at this point. I just have to be mindful of the critical hit potential, like that. So I know I gotta switch at this point. And, I mean, grass can't really hurt, you know. Yeah, we're just gonna switch. We're gonna bring out our big guns now. Our first use for Lugia, Silver, goes for a Razor Leaf. I'm flying Psychic, so it's not gonna do very much. Does nothing, and then I'm gonna be able to use Fly to take this thing out. Use Sweet Scent, not a big deal. I want to save Aero Blast, you know, for the big triumphs. So we defeated Megan there. And now we can switch over to Ryujin. Get some experience up. Let's talk to this lady. Got TM37 from this check. Sandstorm. That's not really helpful to any of my Pokemon, but whatever. And of course we are back on the water, and the onslaught of the tentacles will continue. This time, however, it's a Tentacruel, but not that that really makes much of a difference. A little more experience, I suppose. And now here's our second trainer who wants to battle us. Our first one had a fully evolved Kanto starter, so I'm curious as to what this guy's gonna have. 3 Pokemon. The first being Magneton. That is probably the worst setup I could have taken with Ryujin. And I don't really have anything against it, so I'm gonna have to go into Grace here and just beat it out with regular attacks. Goes for the Thunderbolt. It's not going to do much to Grace, I wouldn't think. No, it doesn't. I'm going to go for the Iron Tail. See what that damage output is. Not very much. He goes for the Screech. That only lowers my defense. As long as he uses Thunderbolt, it won't matter. My Thunder Punch does quite a lot more than the Iron Tail. Does have Supersonic. I assume he's got Sonic Boom, but in one more Thunder Punch should be enough to take this thing out. He's got Swift. Swift is his other move. And my Thunder Punch will take out the Magneton. So kind of a rocky start there, unfortunately, with the bad matchup with Gyarados, but we'll bounce back from that. Now we're into Quagsire. This is a bit of an issue. This is where Ryujin's going to come in handy, actually, because ground type, water type. I'm going to go for the Earthquake, and it's not going to affect me. That's what I was hoping for. Now I can go for Strength. Which, even though this thing is a bit of a defensive monster, it's not a big deal, even though he does get the critical hit. I can just keep using Strength, and it'll be enough to kill this thing off. And I got a high roll there, obviously. And one more Pokemon, and it is an Execute. So I'm just going to go for an Icy Wind then. Get that super effective hit in. Nearly enough to kill it, which I'm surprised at, actually, because of the weak special attack I'm working with. Of course, I fall asleep. I get a sleep powder on me, so we're just gonna have to keep. He's gonna go for the solar beam, and I do wake up, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I figured I'd take a nice chunk of damage from that attack, but looks like I got a little bit of luck on my side with that one. And here's our third trainer. These trainers are definitely no pushovers going all in a row like that, because we don't really have a whole lot of type advantage here. We're kind of lackluster in that. So this one only has one Pokemon, and it is a Sandslash. Sandslash. So we're just gonna go for a Strength right off the bat, because it's kind of our go-to move right now with Gyarados. Does a decent amount, not crazy. Slash is probably gonna crit. It doesn't crit though, so we're gonna go for an Icy Wind, which should be super effective. It's ground type. It does a little more than Strength, not a crazy amount. Speed falls, Slash, it still doesn't get a crit. But to be on the safe side, I'm just gonna go for Strength to make sure I hit and get rid of the Sandslash. And with that, we will level up to level 38. That's pretty cool. I don't know what we learned at level 40. I think he learned something every 5 levels, so. And here's our 4th trainer. And by the looks of it, it's a Psychic type user. Which, the only defense I really have for that is, of course, Lugia. I'm not really worried about a Starmie. Probably doesn't have much that can really hurt me. My Strength can definitely hurt it. Yeah, he goes for a tackle. That's going to do next to nothing. 7 damage. And then my Strength is going to take it out. So, Starmie was no big deal. I'm a little surprised at Starmie, but, you know, the Water Psychic combination, I understand. And the next one is a Girafarig. I'm going to go for the Strength on this thing, too. Of course, nothing's ever enough to one-shot, but it's alright. Went for the confusion, did a fair amount. Strength's enough. Interruptions, what can I say about them? Not a whole lot, actually. At this point, I think we're all kind of used to my videos fading in and fading out at this point a couple times per video. So, you know, I guess we're both going to have to bear with it. So, where were we? Oh yeah, we were kicking the shit out of this trainer here with an Icy Wind attack. Which, so damn close. Went for the Leech Seed, not a bad idea. Can't deny that. But our Strength, which this thing only having 1 HP left, is more than enough. And that gets rid of the Psychic, so Ryujin's really packing a punch here. And I think it's time we kind of switched it up then. We'll lead with Grace for a minute here. As we take on this trainer. Because we're probably going to have to fly out of here pretty soon to stay up on top. Shows up with a Starmie. So we got a little lucky there because the Thunder Punch is going to be, of course, the Starmie's faster than my Ampharos. Bullet Beam does a fair amount, but Thunder Punch will probably one-shot it. So I'm not worried, and it does. So there is that little bonus there. The next one is a Nidoqueen. Damn. Nidoqueen. Well, Even though it's not going to do very much, I mean, just in case it has Earthquake. Body Slam. Didn't really expect that, but I'll take that just fine. Now let's see what an Arrow Blast will do. Well, I like that, considering it's a goddamn Nidoqueen. And we'll just shoot it with another Arrow Blast for fun. And that'll take care of that Nidoqueen. That was annoying. Here comes in the Starmie. We'll just keep Arrow Blasting. Why not use them up? We're going to be flying out of here soon because I don't think we come up to a healing house anytime soon. So we take a Bubble Beam to the face. That kind of sucks. Yeah, go for an Arrow Blast. Why waste a turn with the fly? It's not like we won't get the PP back once we fly out of here, so. And as we move on, let's see what's on this side here. No items or anything? That kind of sucks. I suppose we'll battle this one last trainer here before we do anything, though. Let's battle this trainer and see what we get. Feeling great today, I could boot even the league champ. That's a pretty bold claim. It's a pretty bold claim from a fisherman. 3 Pokemon, the first being a Quillfish. Quillfish, eh? Well, I'm not really worried about that because I'm still with Ampharos right out in front, so I can Thunder Punch as much as I want. And that'll grow me to level 39, so that's pretty cool. Getting up there. And of course, we're going to be able to probably Thunder Punch this whole team. I'm not even really worried about it. And I don't know. I know there is a healing house here somewhere, but I don't know how far away we are from it. So I'm not really going to take that chance. I'm just going to, you know, just do my thing, do my thing. Now, from what I understand, though, just while I was interrupted there, I happened to pick up this guide here, and by the looks of it, the routes are split up a little different than I thought. There is a second route here somewhere. I don't know where it starts, so I'll have to confirm that before really continuing. This video is probably nearing its end anyways. We're gonna fly. I know I've had some weak finishes here the last couple times, but that's because I'm really trying to think long and hard about my my choices on how I'm gonna proceed, because I really don't want to screw this up. I'm only at the halfway mark. Even if I do manage to beat the Elite Four, Silver doesn't end until you beat the Elite Four twice, get 16 gym badges, and defeat Red. So there's a long stretch ahead of me for these videos. So I don't want to, you know, if I have to lose, I want to do it in late game. I don't want it to end early, you know, even though it's twice as long as all the others, really. So I gotta confirm where apparently Route 27 starts, because the tentacle I ran into was on Route 26. So Route 27 has new options for me, and also Victory Road still. So that's also why I'm not training up Golbat or anybody like that yet, because I still have the possibility of catching 2 more Pokemon at this point, and then the Elite Four. So, and after that there will be a grind. I'm definitely going to have to grind a few levels. There will be one grinding video right before the Elite Four, and I'm hoping, because I want to make the Elite Four the start of the video, so the grind video is going to be one probably shorter video. It'll probably be a short video, and it'll make sure that everyone just gets a couple more levels, just so we're around the the right level to be battling the Elite Four. I think Lance has a level 50, so I'm hoping that my Pokemon will be around like in the mid 40s, full team of low and mid 40s before I challenge it. So yeah, but that's probably another 2 maybe videos off until we do that, but we are getting close. So anyways, please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you guys want to do. I apologize for my lack of decent commentary this week. I'm a little distracted. The last couple of videos have been a little I've been a little distracted while even recording. I've been distracted not putting my full effort or attention into these videos lately, but you know, I'm hoping this will end soon, this little rut, and I'll bounce back and be a little more upbeat and a little more concentrating and focused on what we're doing here. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but you know, stay with me and we'll see what happens. So until next time, keep watching for more Pokemon Silver Nuzlocke Challenge, and my name is Mitchell, and we will see you next time. Peace.